People drop their phones, they crack them, and we fix them.
A local team taking on a big role to fix computers and smartphones for customers. Plus, firefighters hit the streets in their annual Fill the Boot drive to raise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. But first,
the heart of Fridley, of this area, is nature.
the finishing touches being put on improvements at the Springbrook Nature Center. That tops CTN News this Friday, July 1st, 2016. Thanks for joining us. Construction is nearly complete on a big expansion project at the Springbrook Nature Center.
Phase 1 of the project is wrapping up and the center is preparing to open its doors to the public later this month. CTN's Jordan Ryland's got a first-hand look at the improvements and has more on the project, which has been years in the making.
As the construction wraps up on the Springbrook Nature Center's new interpretive center, the staff looks ahead to what the new space will provide.
We're really excited that not only can we accommodate more visitors, just casual visitors who are coming in to enjoy the trails and nature, but some of our larger school groups. We had just one classroom before, now we've got 4.
Those 4 classrooms are part of the new 13,000 square foot interpretive center, which will house exhibits, live animals, and a puppet theater.
It really allows us to have a more diverse and dynamic offering of programs, so that's the biggest difference for us as a Nature Center staff.
The project continues to get help from private donations and companies willing to donate their time and materials.
The mayor and the volunteer groups have really done a lot of work of making a community investment.
Phase 2 of the project is anticipated to open in the summer of 2017 and will feature a community amphitheater and nature-based play spaces.
Families really can make a day of coming into the Nature Center, going through the exhibits, going to the nature play space, and really is just going to be an incredible destination.
In Fridley, Jordan Rylance, CTN News.
Springbrook is still in the process of raising funds for Phase 2 of the expansion project. The grand opening for the new interpretive center will take place on Saturday, July 30th at 1 p.m.
Nurses are back on the job at 5 Allina hospitals in the Twin Cities following a one-week strike. On June 19th, thousands of nurses from 5 Allina hospitals, including Mercy and Unity, walked off the job in a dispute over a new contract with Allina Health. The biggest sticking point has been a change in health care insurance, which the union rejects. The union says it feels further apart from the company and less optimistic about a settlement following the strike. This week, Allina did present a new contract offer to the union, but it still requires a switch in health plans. Nurses have not ruled out the possibility of another strike.
A Coon Rapids man on a motorcycle has died following a crash in Isanti. Last week, the victim had been identified as 70-year-old Walter Hasbrook. The accident happened June 23rd on Highway 47 and County Road 8, 6 miles southwest of Isanti. Authorities say a car driven by a 20-year-old Bram woman was stopped at a stop sign and pulled out to go south on Highway 47 when the motorcycle struck her vehicle. 3 people in the car were taken to local hospitals for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. Traffic fatalities jumped 14% last year on Minnesota roads. A total of 411 people lost their lives in 2015, compared with 361 in 2014. And authorities say distracted driving was listed as a contributing factor in 74 of those deaths last year, which is a 21% increase. Drunk driving resulted in the most deaths, followed by a lack of a seatbelt and speed. Distracted driving came in 4th.
Street reconstruction will force the closure of a major roadway after the 4th of July. Starting Tuesday, Mississippi Boulevard will be closed from Coon Rapids Boulevard to just north of 109th Lane. The closure will last until August 12th. Traffic to and from McDonald's will be partially detoured through the construction area. People going to and from Anoka-Ramsey Community College are being asked to use 111th Avenue. The entire stretch of Mississippi Boulevard between Hanson and Coon Rapids Boulevards is being reconstructed this summer at a price tag of $3.9 million. Reconstruction work will also get underway next week on Crooked Lake Boulevard. The work starts July 5th and should be finished by July 22nd, weather permitting. Crooked Lake Boulevard is being repaved between Coon Rapids Boulevard and the BNSF railroad tracks. The roadway will remain open during the work, but expect some delays if you are traveling through the area.
Customers of Noodles & Company are being asked to check their bank statements after a data security breach. The company recently discovered malware that could have compromised credit and debit card information of some guests who dined there between January 31st and June 2nd of this year. The company continues to investigate the incident along with the U.S. Secret Service, but in the meantime, guests are advised to check their financial account statements regularly and monitor their credit reports for suspicious activity. While most teens look for part-time jobs in the summer, a local teen has taken the leap and opened his own business.
Simply Computer Repair opened last month off Coon Rapids Boulevard. This week, CTN's Joe Nelson stopped by the shop to find out what it has to offer and to hear from the young entrepreneur.
I was a big gamer. I built my own machines.
With the fascination of new technology that has a tendency to break down, Alexander Tomley realized at a young age that he'd like to make a career out of fixing computers.
The first computer I fixed was actually my mother's.
He's quickly learned how to repair mobile devices, laptops, and desktops, and in the past 2 months opened his own store.
The biggest challenge for me, laying the floor. It took me 12 hours to lay this floor. Now, the biggest challenge for us definitely has been learning the basics of these devices. Up until last August, I did not have these skills. Now I can repair an iPhone in 15 minutes.
You could say the Coon Rapids franchise owner of Simple Computer Repair has done everything at a young age since he's yet to reach his 20th birthday.
You know, I thought about going to college. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to specialize in, so I figured, hey, here's an opportunity to make some money, learn the trade, and really develop my business skills. And I've got a great team behind me.
His mother and brother are now his business partners and connected him with a Simple Computer Repair founder who helped train Alexander in Nevada.
By joining a franchise, you have that support line available to you whenever needed.
In his short time running the store, Alexander says he's already seen his age and work ethic as an advantage.
My favorite thing is seeing somebody happy as they walk out when their device has been repaired for a low cost as opposed to buying a new phone. I think the younger people see me as more relatable as opposed to someone who has been out of touch with what they are into. If you're willing to work and you're willing to learn, it doesn't matter your age or your background. You can do this, you can be successful at it, and you can have a good time doing it.
Simple Computer Repair is located off Coon Rapids Boulevard and 111th Avenue. Alexander says the most common repairs are glass replacement on phones and virus removal on computers. Stephen, Karen?
Sure is a lot less expensive to fix them than replace them.
It is.
All right, thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. If you're in the market for compost, the Coon Rapids Recycling Center has a bargain for you. The Recycling Center is selling bags of compost from its organics program for $1.50 each. The compost is made from food scraps brought into the Recycling Center. The bags are 40 pounds and are available on a first-come, first-served basis. If you're interested, just head to the Recycling Center, pay, and pick up your compost the same day.
Firefighters took off their boots and hit the streets to raise money for a good cause this week.
Thank you, appreciate it. There's another $20 bill.
Members of the Coon Rapids Fire Department spent 3 days raising money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. They accepted donations from passing motorists in the Riverdale area Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during the lunch hour and again during the evening commute.
People are donating money, small bills, change, all the way up to, we've had a few hundreds, dollar bills donated, 20s, 10s, and the money helps the local chapter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association so that your money stays local here and helps kids not only for their treatment, but also to go to Camp Courage.
This year's campaign turned out to be a record breaker with more than $30,000 raised. This is the 53rd year the fire service has partnered with MDA.
The holiday weekend is officially here, and there's plenty to see and do at this year's 4th of July celebration in Coon Rapids. Things kick off Saturday with the Firecracker 5K run and walk at 9 a.m. The route will wind its way through neighborhoods near the Coon Rapids Ice Center. The Midway opens at noon, along with bingo and pull tabs. At 4 p.m., the parade gets underway, and from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m., the White Iron Band performs. On Sunday, the Midway opens at noon. There's a craft show that runs from noon until dusk. Also from 5 to 11 p.m., there's a car show, and from 7:30 to 11 p.m., the band Night Shift performs. And on July 4th, the Midway opens at noon. At 1 p.m., there's a beanbag tournament. At 7:30 p.m., the band Night Louie takes the stage. And at 10 p.m., of course, the main event, fireworks, will blast off from the grounds of the Coon Rapids Ice Center. So should be a lot of fun, hoping for great weather out there this weekend.
And it's so much fun to do it at the Ice Center grounds.
That's right, and they also have food out there each day in the beginning from about 8 to 11 or so you can take that in, and if you can't catch the parade, it'll be live right here on CTN.
Thanks for watching. Have a great 4th.